What's going on the internet? It's Christian Hip Hop Wired here. Once again, we're back with Games Rappers Play. This time we're back with Detroit's own rapper, producer extraordinaire, Black Milk. We'll be talking about his album, If There's a Hell Below. Walk with us, stay entertained. You already know what it is.
So I could drop anywhere. Yeah, man. It don't even matter. Cool.
All right, so just wanted to start, talk about your album, If There's a Hell Below.
Right.
I'm a young guy, my pops is an OG, so he listened to a lot of Curtis Mayfield. I recognize it immediately from the first song off Curtis.
Right.
What's the correlation between the title of your album and that song title?
Originally, of course, yeah, it comes from the Curtis Mayfield joint. So I wanted to play on words where the album kind of represents, like if there's a hell below, for some people they feel like this is it, you know what I'm saying? Like they already living in it. So a lot of the content from the album is just stuff that I've seen, growing up in a certain Detroit kind of environment that I grew up in. So yeah, that's where the title kind of stems from.
Pete Rock's on the project.
Yeah.
So that's any student of hip hop, anybody that's a long time follower of the culture, that's a dream to work with the legendary Pete Rock.
Yeah.
So how did that collaboration come about? How were you able to really just finesse that in the studio with the Chocolate Boy Wonder?
We've been going back and forth for the last couple years, just sending each other beats, just communicating like that and trying to vibe off one another and on some inspiration type of, beat type of shit. But yeah, man, that was one of the last records I recorded for the album, and he had actually sent me a track. He had texted me just to beat him in the studio, playing some beat in the studio and shit. And I was like, damn, man, it kind of hit me then, I should get Pete to spit on something. Instead of doing a beat for the album, I should get him to rap over one of my tracks. And he was down with it, man. So it was an honor to work with one of my biggest inspirations and beat influences, man, with him and Premier and Dilla, you know what I'm saying? Pete is that dude, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, he came through and he did his thing, man. Came out dope.
The things now you said are a lot more conceptual than they were in the past, in the sense that they're more of a storyboard form. What's changed about you, not necessarily as an artist, but as a man, where you kind of feel like you can write from this space now?
People ask me that now, man. I think it's more so just me getting older, you know what I'm saying? Being able to just take a step back and just kind of look at everything I've been through all the way up to this point. I'm 31 now, so I've lived a little bit of life and experienced some things, whether it was just in the music industry or just, just growing up, you know what I'm saying, like I say, from where I'm from. So at this point, I got so much stuff I could talk about, man, and people relate to it. It's dope to see people hear a certain record and be like, yo, I know that story. I've been through that same thing, you know what I'm saying? I can relate to that shit. So, and that's one of the main reasons why I kind of been on this conceptual, more personal type of vibe with the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Because once you see people really genuinely relating to the music, that makes you want to just continue to do that stylistically. So, damn, man. I see you got me two ways, man. I see you got me two ways. You ain't talking me out of it. I see both of them joints.
Another thing I just wanted to discuss was recently, you had Eminem commentary track, Detroit versus everything, or Detroit versus everybody.
Right.
And, all hometown MCs, Static Select on the beat.
Yeah.
But just you being from there, how was that kind of to see that track come about, being from Detroit, to see the camaraderie on the track more or less?
Yeah. I think it was dope for them, and just dope for people that's not from Detroit to see that we are trying to build something. We are about this Detroit scene, you know what I'm saying, and Detroit artists. So I think it was dope, man, and it's gonna be interesting to see where Detroit goes in the next 2 or 3 years, and see what kind of direction we take artistically, because I feel like people know Detroit for a certain, a couple different things. You either know Detroit for the Eminem, D12 Royce type of style of music, or Detroit for the Dilla, Slum Villages, you know what I'm saying, that type of music. So, but it's new artists that's coming up, like the Dej Loafs, and Danny been doing his thing that's kind of not the typical, thing you expect from Detroit, you know what I'm saying. I think that shit is great. I think it's awesome. So yeah.
You kind of see a certain hunger coming out of there because of the current situation economically in the city. Do you see artists kind of honing in on something where you see it becoming? Damn, one.
Yeah, that was you.
That was you.
Oh, that was me? Oh shit, damn, I missed that. See, I was looking at you like right here.
Yeah.
Like
I saw
Oh,
when
you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it when you blocked me. I said, okay.
Sweet.
all
I'm sorry I had to
Sure.
like kill you on it. What up? What up? It's Black Milk. Shouting out games, rappers, play, hiphopwired.com. Y'all know what it is, man. Go make sure y'all get the new album, If There's a Hell Below. You know what I'm saying? All right. Peace. Smashing niggas on this Connect 4. Y'all know what it is.
I took a loss. As a man, you know I could take a loss. There will be no more L's taken. Just know that's a future reference. But again, this is Games Rappers Play. Please tune in and tune into more of our visuals on hiphopwired.com and on YouTube.